Hi everyone, and welcome to my Deus Ex Human Revolution Ghost walkthrough. And yeah, this is Picus News Building. This is part 7, and we're going to be infiltrating this building. We're going to be having a lot of interesting cutscenes and a lot of interesting story bits. And I'm gonna leave some cutscenes, not entire cutscenes, but I'm gonna leave some things that some characters said that I really love. Some of what the character says. So I'm gonna leave some stuff. Never mind, guys. There's gonna be a lot of gameplay here. And at the end of this chapter, sorry, we are going to be facing Fedorova, our second boss fight of the game, and I want to explain that a little because Fedorova, guys, I'm sorry, it's just my throat is like fucking destroyed.
Hello, Adam.
And
I am sorry.
yeah,
I truly am.
this is not going to be doable. I'm just trying to record and just my throat is a piece of trash. So let's move on. So Fedorova is probably the hardest boss in the game because she is really aggressive. She shoots you with double machine guns that kills you almost instantly if they shoot you like 3 or 4 of both of the machine guns at the same time. Now we have an ambush, by the way, and we basically have to escape the ambush. This is an interesting stealth sequence because it's really hard. So yeah, and fighting Fedorova, guys, is trouble because on top of that she has a cloaking system that means that she turns invisible and runs away, and there is a problem because when you don't have augmentations you can't really do the trick of getting her to hit one of the power consoles. There are 4 power consoles in that arena, and if she destroys one of the power consoles, what happens is that the entire floor is like full of water, and the entire floor electrifies. And if you have the augmentations, sorry, that is against EMP, electricity, then you will take no damage and she will take massive fucking damage. But I can't have augmentations, guys. This is a ghost walkthrough. This is a walkthrough to achieve the Pacifist achievement. The Pacifist achievement, as I put in every description, but I'm just gonna say it. The Pacifist achievement entails that I do not kill anybody throughout the entire game, except for bosses. And if I succeed in this, at the last part, the last level, when we face the final boss, you will see the achievement pop up, hopefully, because I'm not sure if it records achievements pop up. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, so I don't know. Here I'm gonna do a little trick with this. I'm going to make some noise, and yeah, so I tried a lot of different techniques to get Fedorova killed, and none of them were working. Now ultimately what I end up doing is using my pistol, but it's the revolver. That is actually one of the strongest weapons in the game, and I ended up. You're going to see me the strategy that I developed. I'm going to stun her with either an EMP grenade or just the stun dart, and I'm going to shoot her in the head like 3 or 4 times, and then I'm going to repeat that and repeat that and repeat that, but she escapes eventually. So this is going to be an actual boss fight, guys. If you ever wanted to be If you ever wanted to see an actual boss fight that is actually entertaining, because I'm actually trying to survive this incredible boss, difficult boss, then you're going to see exactly that, because there was no way for me to do it any other way, right? So I think the fight is actually pretty cool. So we are still going down. There are two guys here that gave me a lot of trouble. So you're going to see what I do. This is almost the final part, when you have to take a funicular, which is an elevator that is going to go to the grounds of this facility. And what happens, there goes the quick save. What happens is that the funicular takes like 5 minutes clock, 5 minutes from the clock, from a real clock, to get down. And until the funicular comes, you're going to be surrounded by enemies, and if they see you, you're practically dead. So you're going to see a strategy that I found to be very, very amusing, in which I just don't want to tell it. You'll see it when we get there. So we distract those guys with that fire extinguisher throw. I was hoping to distract some of the guys in the next room by throwing this over there, but it didn't work. I think it didn't work. Let me check. No, it didn't. They're still walking. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. Either way, I push forward. There is a camera back there that can actually see me, and more dangerous than the camera, there is a machine gunner bot in the middle of this place that is far, far more dangerous than the enemies. That thing can kill me instantly. I move this crate. I'm going to kind of lodge it. I'm going to try to lodge it here. Let's see if I can actually... I quick save it here. See if I can actually lodge it like the way I want it to. Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly like that. So, okay, so here you're gonna see me go for it. I have to actually climb this, if I can. There we go. We have to kind of lodge that in there. See? I need some mobile cover. Did you see that? Now I'm in cover. And I'm like... See the elevator line to the right? That's the elevator. So now I'm just going to wait for the elevator right here, and no one's gonna see me.
Thanks for nothing, Francis.
This is the greatest strategy that I didn't develop this, guys. I saw this a long time ago when I didn't even have a channel. I saw that you can move crates and use them as individual cover, and yeah, I didn't develop this. I saw it somewhere, but it's really, really cool. It takes probably trouble room to hold on until the elevator arrives. Especially when the elevator arrives, it makes a noise, and all the enemies are going to look straight at the elevator, so you cannot actually bolt to the elevator as soon as it arrives. But with this cardboard box, well, it's not cardboard, it's metal. It's a metal box. We can enter it right away and save ourselves a lot of hassle. So after this, we're going to have some more infiltration, some more fun stuff, and I'm still not killing anyone, guys. I'm still in the non-lethal gameplay. Remember, I'm going to repeat it once again. I have no augmentations. I use items, but I have no augmentations. I have base health and base energy. I don't kill anyone that's not a boss, see? And And on top of everything, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. So that's basically the run. So it's going to be called the Pacifist run, even though I'm probably going to call it the Ghost in the thumbnails and stuff. It's going to be there because the name of the run when you don't kill anyone is the name of the achievement, which is Pacifist. So it's going to be in the title when it actually uploads, because I'm just doing this off screen. I'm just preparing this walkthrough to be put online when I finish with Rising, probably. And as I say this, probably you already saw the first couple of chapters, and this is no surprise. But yeah, I'm just trying to kind of tell you how I do things. Sometimes I do a walkthrough totally on the off the record, right? And I try to complete it, or I try to get as far as I can, and then start putting up chapters. And sometimes, like with Uncharted, each episode of Uncharted collection that I finish on Brutal is going to be uploaded right away with commentary. So yeah, when I can do a game quickly and record it and show some cool stuff, I'll do it that way. And when I'm kind of doing it live, so to speak, like I'm playing and I'm recording, and as soon as I finish, I'm recording commentary, and you know, I'm just like all over the place. Then I will be doing that. So in here we have a camera, and we have to wait some dudes who are going to because in the normal game you should have level 5 augmentations of the hacker augmentation. Because really, I mean, if you're playing this without all of these stupid restrictions that I'm playing on, you should have a lot of augmentation, because the game actually is a lot of fun with the augmentations. A lot of fun. So you shouldn't really restrict. I only restrict here because I already tried the game a lot of times with different setups and different augmentations. So I don't need that. As you can see, I'm kinda managing my inventory. I want to have space for some weapons that I'm going to pick up eventually, that I know they're coming. And now we wait for those guys, because when the guys actually come close to the lasers are going to deactivate. So we don't need to hack that panel. That we can't hack that panel because I think it's a panel level 4 and we have level 1 only. So we're just gonna do a little trick here, which is always fun. See? Go right here, wait for them to pass, and there we go. Done. That was really simple. And now I think this panel we can hack, if I'm not mistaken, because it's level 1. Yeah. See, the game actually, like, the game is really intelligently developed, because it allows us to go and upgrade it. They thought about this before doing the game. They thought about limitations and challenge runs and stuff like that, because if not, this will be a game changer. Like, we wouldn't be able to pass those lasers with another level 4 or level 5 hacking that we need to do, we need to have, I mean, and we just don't. So this is yet another room full of enemies. This is a really difficult room, but it's going to look easier as I take some paths here. And I'm going to knock out these soldiers because they were constantly seeing me. And yeah. When something really annoys me and they constantly see me and I can get through, I'm just gonna knock them out. I'm not gonna kill them though. Not the assassin version of Adam. And at the end episode, which is going to come a few episodes later, when we fight the final boss, I'm going to leave the ending, because the ending kinda explains all the decisions that I made, including the one that I didn't kill anyone. So that ending, I'm going to leave it, and it's a huge spoiler. So if you haven't played the game and you don't want to see the final episode, just be warned that it's going to have the ending after the boss. So you could actually see the boss, how I defeat the boss, which is really simple. And then you could not see the ending, because I haven't really. I tried not to include too much cutscenes and too much story stuff. There are a lot of stuff that I'm editing as well that is part of the story, but it's not part of the missions. That means that a lot of times when the missions ends, you just go back to Sarif headquarters. That's where you work for, Sarif, David Sarif. So you can go back there and talk to several characters, or you can go back to your apartment and read emails and kinda maybe talk to someone as well over there when someone visits you. And you can kinda walk around the city and do side quests and meet other characters for other missions and a whole bunch of stuff. So all the things that I said are cut from this walkthrough. This is a specifically main mission walkthrough. So as I said in the previous mission, I think if you like what you see and you haven't played this game before, I cannot stress this enough, guys. The game is gorgeous. The story is really, really good. And if you like this story, if you like this way of playing, stealth, and if you like the topics that are touched here, conspiracy theories and the Illuminati and all those nice stuff, all those interesting nice stuff about how the world really works and who pulls the strings and all those things, then go and buy the first Deus Ex. If you can tolerate the old graphics of the game, because it's really, really old by this time, I mean. If you can tolerate it, go buy it, because Deus Ex, the first one, is probably one of the best games in all times. And if a game deserves, let me just say this, if a game deserves a remaster when so many games does not deserve remastered editions, if a single fucking game in history would deserve a really, really good remastered edition, will be fucking Deus Ex. The game has more than 20 hours of gameplay, and you're never bored, and you go around visiting a lot of cities throughout the world, and you discover conspiracies hundreds years old. You even go to a moon base, and in another part you go to a base underwater like Rapture. And in some other part you are just fighting the Majestic 12, which is a conspiracy. You might have heard them. In another part you're fighting Illuminatis. And in another part you have befriended an a really advanced AI that kind of helps you. And in another part you are just fighting Men in Black. Yeah, that's right. Men in Black, like from the movie, the ones that guard aliens. And in another part you are infiltrated Area 51. Like, I could go on and on and on about all the fucking incredible things that Deus Ex, the first one, has. It's just so much fucking fun. It will be incredible for us to receive a remastered edition of Deus Ex 1. But like the industry is as it is, I guess we're gonna get Mankind Divided, which is the next best thing, most probably. But just saying, guys, if we could have a really good remastered game, Deus Ex should be at the top of the list, together with Demon Souls, because Demon Souls deserves a remaster, a multi-release remaster, so everybody can jump into the game and have fun with evasions once again. It's just ridiculous that it stayed on the PS4 and it never came out. It's ridiculous. And now I'm going to do some management because we are at the brink of fighting Fedorova. So there you can see how badly administrated my inventory is, and if you want more slots on your inventory, you have to buy them as a sort of augmentation. So that's trouble. That's the problem, because yeah, we can't.
Who else is involved in this, Eliza? Where's Megan Reed? Who ordered the kidnapping?
I want to tell you, Adam, but I cannot.
Why not?
Because she won't let me.
Yeah, so here we are, Fedorova. She's going to initiate with an attack, and I'm going to grab a steam pack, which is going to give me 150, I think? 150 health? Or is it 120? No, it's 150. So, I'm grabbing the revolver, which I didn't have, and I'm just setting everything that I'm going to use for the rest of the battle. This took me a lot of tries, guys, because she does a lot of damage. This took me like 30 tries to get this kill. In this difficulty you die so fast, so it's really not, and you can't actually destroy those generators because the electricity that they generate on the ground actually kills you faster than the boss. So doing that is out of the question. By doing this is part of the question. See, I'm going to throw an explosive grenade. I'm going to wait a little to stun her again. There we go. I'm going to shoot her now, really close by to his head, her head, and now I have to just run away. And she disappears, as you can see. And you have to get time. You have to have time to reload, which takes its own time. There she comes, and that's a problem. See that I missed because I don't have a crosshair. I can't really see where the fuck I'm pointing at, and the stun dart weapon that I'm holding doesn't have a crosshair like an iron sight. I mean, so I can't really use an iron sight to really point it at her. And on top of that, the darts are a little finicky to actually hit, so she has to be really close. But when she close distance to you, she doesn't attack, and that attack can kill me. So that was really fortunate. I knew that she was there, so see that attack. And I have to reload and survive. And now she's invisible again. Here she comes. Can we get her? Can we get her? No. See the attack? Oh my god, I almost dead. And that saves me. That saved my life. So I think we have 4 more shots and she's dead. But of course I have to survive until that time. I think this is the part where I start throwing mines all around me, because I want to cover every single part where she could come against me. But I think she's going to dodge all of those mines, because, you know, this is my luck. So let's see. She has to be coming. And she's over there. And here she comes. And I think I had to shoot her with this. No, no, she ate one of the mines, and we killed her.
I have more questions.
And I have already told you too much. This passage will take you to your companion. Just be careful, Adam. Because everybody lies.